Welcome back. Dealerships are in the business of selling dreams, but for riders in the 40 to 70-year-old bracket, some of those dreams quickly turn into physical nightmares. Today, we're exposing the 7 motorcycles in 2026 that you should absolutely avoid. These bikes carry hidden costs in ergonomics, weight, and maintenance that the salesman will never mention on the showroom floor. Number 7. The Ergonomic Torture Rack, Ducati Panigale V4. The 2026 Panigale V4 is a masterpiece of engineering, but for a senior rider, it's a one-way ticket to a physical therapist's office. Dealers love to sell the prestige of the V4, but they hide the fact that the aggressive 33.5-inch seat height combined with extreme rear-set foot pegs puts massive pressure on your L4 and L5 vertebrae. Mechanics often see these bikes traded back in with less than 500 miles because the crouched position causes immediate wrist fatigue and neck strain. Even with the 2026 thermal comfort updates, the 1,103cc Desmosedici Stradale engine still pumps out incredible heat directly onto your inner thighs, unbearable in summer traffic. Pattern brake. A study on rider ergonomics showed that the Panigale's riding position requires 40% more core strength to maintain than a standard touring bike, making it physically exhausting for anyone with even minor back issues. At a starting price of $25,995, you're paying a premium for a track-focused geometry that ignores the realities of the aging human body. Unless you're planning on racing in a master's class, this is a bike that belongs on a poster, not in your garage. Dealers also neglect to mention the $2,500 Desmo service due at 18,000 miles, which is a massive hidden ownership cost. Number 6. The ladder-required dual sport, Husqvarna 701 Enduro. The 2026 Husqvarna 701 Enduro is a dealer's favorite because it looks rugged and adventurous, but for the mature rider, its 36.8-inch seat height is a genuine safety hazard. At a stoplight, unless you have a 34-inch inseam, you'll be tiptoeing a bike that vibrates like a jackhammer thanks to its massive 693cc single-cylinder engine. Mechanics call this the numb hand special, because the high-frequency vibrations from the large piston eventually lead to carpal tunnel flare-ups on rides longer than 30 minutes. Pattern brake. Statistically, tall dual sports like the 701 have a 25% higher stationary drop rate among riders over 50 compared to standard height adventure bikes. While the 324-pound weight sounds light, the high center of gravity makes it feel incredibly top-heavy when you're trying to swing a leg over it with limited hip flexibility. Dealers won't tell you that the seat is essentially a vinyl-covered 2x4 board, offering zero orthopedic support for long-distance comfort. At $12,999, it's a high-performance tool built for 25-year-old athletes, not for veteran riders who value their joints and a good night's sleep. If you have any history of sciatica, the relentless thumping of this engine will ensure you feel every mile long after you park. Number 5. The Parking Lot Anchor, Indian Pursuit Darkhorse. The Indian Pursuit is a luxury powerhouse, but it carries a hidden weight that dealers gloss over, a staggering 917-pound wet weight. While it's stable at 70 miles per hour, this bike becomes a liability the moment you enter a crowded parking lot or a gravel driveway. Mechanics dread working on the Pursuit because the frame-mounted fairing and complex lowers make accessing even basic fasteners a 3-hour ordeal. For the 60-plus rider, the sheer physical effort required to manhandle this machine into a garage can lead to rotator cuff strain. Pattern brake. Independent testing shows that the Pursuit requires 15% more steering input force at low speeds than the Honda Goldwing. primarily due to its front-end geometry. While the Power Plus 108 engine is liquid-cooled, the massive fairing tends to trap heat around the rider's shins, making slow-speed summer cruising a miserable experience. Dealers focus on the Ride Command touchscreen, but they won't mention that if you ever lose your footing on a slight incline, there is no saving nearly half a ton of motorcycle. At $35,000, it's a beautiful beast that demands more physical strength than most retirement-age riders want to exert. It is a bike that requires a young man's back to manage at the gas pump. Number 4. The top-heavy giant, KTM 1290 Super Adventure S. KTM markets the 1290 Super Adventure S as the ultimate travel tool, but mechanics often refer to it as the Tower of Terror for senior riders. Unlike the 2026 BMW GS, which lowers itself at stops, the standard KTM remains tall and intimidating. The 6.1-gallon fuel tank sits high on the chassis, creating a pendulum effect that can easily overwhelm a rider with aging knees during low-speed U-turns. Dealers hide the electronic complexity factor. The 2026 model is so reliant on its 6-axis IMU and radar systems that a single sensor failure can put the bike into limp mode hundreds of miles from a qualified tech. Pattern break. Shop records indicate that KTM Adventure models have twice the sensor-related service visits in their first 2 years compared to Japanese rivals. The 160-horsepower V-twin has a snatchy throttle response in sport mode that can be jarring for riders who prefer smooth, predictable power delivery. At $20,299, you're buying a high-strung, high-maintenance machine that requires the reflexes of a teenager and the height of a basketball player to manage safely. If your knees aren't what they used to be, the vertical climb into this saddle will become a daily chore you'll eventually start to dread. Number 3. The complex overlord, BMW K1600 GTL. The K1600 GTL is the technological trap of 2026. While the 1,649cc six-cylinder is smooth, it is an absolute nightmare for DIY maintenance. Dealers love the high service margins on these bikes because even a simple spark plug change requires stripping half the motorcycle's bodywork. For the senior rider, the menu-heavy interface is a major distraction. Having to toggle through 3 screens just to adjust your heated seat takes your eyes off the road for far too long. Pattern break. Mechanic surveys reveal that the K1600 series has one of the highest out-of-warranty repair costs in the industry, often exceeding $2,000 for electronic suspension failures. The bike weighs nearly 800 pounds, and unlike the Goldwing, it lacks a dedicated walking mode for easy maneuvering on inclines. The seat is wide, which is comfortable for the sit, but it creates a splay-legged stance that makes it harder for riders with hip issues to get their feet flat on the pavement. At $27,800, it's a marvel of German engineering that becomes a financial and physical burden the moment the factory warranty expires. It is a masterpiece that requires a master's degree and a thick wallet to keep on the road. Number 2. The Torque Snatcher, Triumph Rocket 3R. Dealers use the world's largest production engine as a selling point, but the Triumph Rocket 3R is a recipe for joint pain. The 2,458cc triple produces 163 pound-feet of torque, which sounds fun until you realize that every twist of the throttle is trying to pull your arms out of their sockets. For a 50-plus rider, this constant G-force creates significant strain on the elbows and shoulders. Mechanics point out that the massive 240mm rear tire makes the bike want to stand up in corners, requiring constant physical muscle to keep it leaned over, exhausting on a twisty mountain road. Pattern break. Long-term owners often report forearm pump after just an hour of riding, a condition usually reserved for motocross racers, not touring riders. Additionally, the Rocket 3 eats expensive tires every 4,000 miles, making it one of the most expensive bikes to keep on the road. With a feet-forward or mid-mount position that doesn't allow you to use your legs to soak up bumps, every pothole is transmitted directly to your tailbone. At $25,000, it's a muscle bike that requires too much muscle to enjoy. It is a glorious machine that will leave your triceps screaming for mercy after every weekend ride. Number 1. The False Hope, Suzuki Hayabusa. The Hayabusa is the #1 bike to avoid because it tricks senior riders with a relaxed sport touring marketing angle that is objectively false. Even with the 2026 ergonomic tweaks, you are still reaching across a massive 5.3-gallon tank, putting your neck into a permanent crane position to see the road ahead. Mechanics see an influx of these bikes in the used market because riders in their 60s realize too late that the 1,340cc engine is too heavy for the narrow clip on handlebars. Pattern break. Insurance data shows that Busa premiums for riders over 55 are surprisingly high because the bike's weight makes low speed tip over damage extremely expensive to repair. The long wheelbase makes it feel like a freight train. It's great in a straight line but feels heavy and wooden when trying to navigate a tight mountain switchback. Dealers focus on the SIRS electronic suite, but no amount of traction control can fix the fact that you're hunched over a 582-pound missile. At $19,600, it's a legendary machine that belongs in the hands of someone with a much younger spine. It's a bucket list bike that often ends up causing more visits to the chiropractor than miles on the open road. Do you agree with this do not buy list? Or did I just call your favorite bike a nightmare? Let's get the debate started in the comments, but keep it civil. Hit that like button if you value honesty over sales pitches, and subscribe for more honest motorcycle content.